It's day 10. This is chapter 10, and it's entitled Gratitude. I start off this chapter by sharing that you can be sad, angry, frustrated, and grateful. I have a section in this chapter on toxic positivity that I hopes to help us to kind of redefine the way we respond, sometimes thinking that, we aren't showing that we're grateful, even if we are angry. So we pretend to be positive, even though those maybe words aren't in alignment with what we actually feel. I'll share a quick passage from that section. So many of us are living in a perpetual state of toxic positivity, and I hope the Resilience Roadmap helps us to course correct. Toxic positivity is an excessive overgeneralization of a happy or optimistic state that often results in denial, minimization, and invalidation of our natural, authentic, human emotional experience. Have you ever experienced that? Done that? Sound familiar? It definitely does for me. We can actually use optimism as a cover to silence our human experience. And this happens so much with people who are grieving. I want to help us through this book, not to get over it, not to silence it, not to pretend that it's not there, but to actually get free so we can stop pretending and just be. And so I share in chapter 10 some ways that toxic positivity sounds from the psychology group and some non-toxic responses and things to say and share that are likely more in alignment with how you actually feel. Let me give you just one example. So everything happens for a reason. How often do we hear that? Perhaps another way to say something that's in the same vein, but that's not positive for the sake of just being positive. You could say something like, sometimes we can draw the short straw in life. How can I support you during this difficult time, right? Recognizing or acknowledging what someone else is going through instead of minimizing it, and then asking how you can show up and be supportive. So in this chapter, last chapter, I also share with you a blog. So if you've heard me talk about the story of writing this book, it actually started off as a blog. I thought that I was going to share a quick blog on my experience with grief and then move along, and it turned into a book. So I share part of a blog in this last chapter, and I wrap up with this. Thank you for taking the time to redefine resilience with me. I hope this book has helped you to shift your perspective on grief, loss, resilience, and more. It's my hope and prayer that you will continue to reflect and use Thrive Through It as a reference and a resource on your journey to real resilience as we prioritize wellness. So thank you so much for joining me for this 10 days of giving you a preview of each of the chapters of Thrive Through It. I hope that you've ordered your copy and even shared one with a friend. Don't forget to share with me your pictures, your aha moments. Tag me on social media with the hashtag Thrive Through It, and I'll be sure to respond back to all of your mentions. Thank you so much for being a part of this. Welcome to our Thrive Through It community. Don't forget your free gift. And until next time, let's thrive together. Take care.